I'm finally doing it, guys. I'm finally getting around to doing a video on my Stephen King collection. Now, it was supposed to be a video on the latest Salem's Lot 4K release from Arrow. Oh, but I've been putting off doing my collection for so long, I thought I may as well just put it all in the same video. So, yeah, let's make a start, shall we? Oh, quickly before I start, I just want to apologise for the sound quality if it isn't up to scratch. I've been having problems with my damn microphone, so I'm having to use the one on the phone. So right, let's get started. The Shining.
Here's Johnny.
Brilliant psychological horror from King, and filmed, obviously, as I'm sure many of you will be aware, by the great Stanley Kubrick. Now, it's not one of my favourite King adaptations. I know to many of you it'll probably be your favourite, but I can appreciate its greatness. I know it's basically a triumph of horror cinema. So, yeah, no hate. I do like it, but like I say, and I can appreciate its greatness, but it's just not one of my favourites. The Dead Zone, starring Christopher Walken and Martin Sheen. Yeah, this is the original. I haven't seen the remake. They did a remake with, oh, what's his name? Oh, the kid. He was in lots of 80s films, John Hughes films. Bloody names on tip of my tongue. Put it in the comments. I'm sure one of you know who I'm talking about. But yeah, great film. About a teacher who awakens from a 5-year coma with psychic abilities. You know, he fights these abilities at first, but he ends up putting them to good use. I don't want to spoil too much of it, just in case you haven't seen it. But yeah, I highly recommend it. The Dead Zone. And here we have King's The Graveyard Shift. My copy is known La Fosa Comuna. Yeah, to get a Spanish version. I think the only English version was, I think it's in America, which would be Region A. Obviously, I'm Region B over here in Europe. So I bought this, and I obviously can change it to the English language. So it is what it is. I don't mind. But yeah, originally a short story from King. It centres around an old textile mill in Maine. That's become infested with these rats that have evolved. Again, I don't want to spoil too much for you, but it's well worth the watch. Graveyard Shift. Sometimes they come back. Another short story from King, and one of my personal favourites. Oh, it really is such a good story. A teacher returns to his hometown. He's haunted by the murder of his brother. He was killed by 3 greasers 3 decades earlier. Like I say, the guy had left with his parents, come back all these years later, and yeah, they come back for him. They don't. Well, am I giving too much away now? But yeah, the 3 greasers, they died along with his brother, and they come back as demons all these years later. The makeup used on them for the guys, the demons, honestly, it's top-notch makeup. They looked fantastic. To say this didn't have a big budget, it looks really good. If I can find a clip of these guys as demons, I'll add it into the video now.
Time to rock, Jock.
Yeah, sometimes they come back. Check it out. Storm of the Century. Now, this is a great miniseries. I give it 10 out of 10 all day. Yeah, a storm isolates an island off the coast of Maine, trapping the residents in with a demon, a French demon. Well, or did he speak French? I don't know, but his name was French. Linoge.
Can I help you?
Born in lust, turned to dust.
I beg your pardon?
Born in sin, come on in.
Yeah, he's there demanding a child to raise as his heir because he's dying. Not as quickly as humans die, but Yeah, in Demon years, he hasn't got that many left, and he wants an heir to carry on. Absolutely fantastic. I do highly recommend this. 4 hours long, so you can watch it in one go. I normally do. The Stand, M-O-O-N, that spells The Stand.
M-O-O-N, that spells hobby. M-O-O-N, that spells deaf and dumb. M-O-O-N, that spells X. M-O-O-N, that spells ready. M-O-O-N, that spells Nebraska. M-O-O-N, that spells Tom Cullen.
M-O-O-N, I guess that spells Nick.
M-O-O-N, that spells parade. M-O-O-N, that spells peanut butter and jelly.
Absolute quality. 10 out of 10 for me. Another 10 out of 10. Great cast as well. Oh, stupendous cast. So, there's an accidental release of a mutated strain of influenza that kills, I think it's like 99% of the world's population. The film gets into the supernatural. Film, miniseries. Oh, I get them bloody mixed up all the time. It was originally a miniseries, wasn't it? 6 hours long it is, so be prepared. Like I say, it's a long watch, but it's worth it. But yeah, like I say, it gets into the supernatural, good versus evil. Pick a side, but whatever you choose carefully. The Langoliers. This will not disappoint you. Now, this is a recent pickup because for the longest time I only had it on a Region A, and even though I knew I couldn't watch the Region A, I had it just so I could have it in the collection. I didn't even know this had released in the UK. Let's say, and I found this, where did I find it? Maybe HMV a couple of weeks ago, something like that. So, there's a red-eye flight from LA to Boston where most of the passengers and the crew vanish mid-air. But where have they gone? You're going to have to watch and find out, aren't you? And that's all I'm giving you on this. No spoilers. Next up, we have The Night Flyer. Now, when you see videos or articles written about great vampires on screen or great vampire movies, this is never mentioned, and it ought to be. Yes, a reporter investigates a series of gruesome murders at small rural airfields where victims are left drained of their blood. And the vampire, Dwight Renfield, what a name, Dwight Renfield. Yeah, one of the best vampires you will ever see on screen. It's so scary. The makeup used is fantastic.
Am I not all that you hope for? Am I not all that you thought I would be?
Yeah, you need to watch this. Yeah, this was another short story from King, if I'm not mistaken. Who's the main actor? I forget his name. Does it say on the back? Yeah, it was from what was he? RoboCop. Oh crikey, Miguel Ferrer. Is it Miguel Ferrer? That's his name. So yeah, The Night Flyer. Check it out. Rose Red. Yeah, this is another recent pickup. It was a miniseries about a parapsychologist who leads a team of psychics into a notorious Seattle mansion, basically to try and awaken its dormant malevolent spirits. I actually quite like this. It's not, it wouldn't be in my top 10 by any means, but it's a pretty good watch. I do recommend it. Next up we have Stephen King's Thinner. This is a really good watch. An obese lawyer, he kills a Romany woman with his car, but he ends up using his influence and to escape the charges. So the victim's father ends up putting a curse on him. And I mean, you can guess what happens, can't you? It's in the title. It's not rocket science. But yeah, that's all I'll say on it. Right, next up we have the incredible Stand By Me. I mean, you don't need me to tell you anything about this great coming-of-age drama. This film is perfection. People have actually said in the past, you know, that I look like Jerry O'Connell in the 80s. If I can find a picture, I'll put it up now. Tell me what you think. Well, next up, we have one of my favourite Stephen King movies, Silver Bullet. Top 3 greatest of all time werewolf movies for me. Maybe even my favourite, just over, yeah, what what would my top 3 be? I'd probably have this at number 1, American Werewolf in London at 2, and The Howling at 3, starring the late Corey Haim, rest in peace, brother. Oh, and the truly fabulous Gary Busey. Honestly, he is unintentionally hilarious in this.
Piss on the Yankees, piss on the Indians, piss on the Phillies, piss on the Braves, piss on...
Please watch this if you haven't seen it. I think it's up on YouTube now. You can watch it for free, so you don't have to go out and buy it. I think lots of Stephen King's adaptations are on YouTube, actually. So yes, Silver Bullet. Please watch it. Salem's Lot. This is my latest pickup. I picked it up Monday just gone. One of the greatest vampire movies ever made, surely. A writer, he returns to his childhood hometown in Maine to find it under siege by a master vampire. This is a great 4K transfer. It's one of the best I've seen, especially for a King film anyway. It's right up there with Silver Bullet, honestly. Give it a watch if you haven't, although I'm sure the majority of you will have. I mean, this was on the TV all the time, growing up back in the 80s and 90s. But yeah, absolutely fantastic release from Arrow. I'm well pleased with this. Lots of stuff, lots of goodies on this. Nice, some nice posters. Well, a nice poster, double-sided poster. Yeah, we have brand new 4K restorations of both the original 2-part miniseries and the shorter theatrical cut that was distributed internationally. Great stuff. Carrie, a shy, bullied high school girl who has telekinetic powers. She's a victim of a humiliating prom night prank that goes just a little too far. Carrie, she goes scorched earth on them. Yeah, like you wouldn't believe. I'm sure, again, many of you have seen this classic horror movie. Looks great in 4K as well. Yeah, highly recommending you getting this on 4K if you have a 4K TV and player. Maximum Overdrive. Now, this one gets a lot of hate. This was written and directed by King. I think it was the only film he'd ever directed. But apparently was during this time he was off his head on what do you call it, the old marching powder. I don't really want to say the name because YouTube might not like it, but yeah, he was off his tits. A meteor causes machines to come to life, and there's a group of survivors. They have to come up with an escape plan. Brilliant film. I think it's brilliant. Like I say, a lot of people think it's absolutely bananas. Well, it is bananas, but it's top banana. Do you know what I mean? Give it a watch. Maximum Overdrive. Right, next up we have Pet Sematary. A couple and their children, they move to a rural town in Maine and they discover a mysterious burial ground deep in the woods. Now this is a recent pickup, the 4K. It's a recent upgrade. I had the DVD for a long time. I might actually watch this tonight because it's still in the wrapper. Now I do also keep on the shelf with it Pet Sematary 2, even though I know this has nothing to do with King. A great cast though. Eddie Furlong, I'm sure you remember him from Terminator 2. Anthony Edwards, wasn't he in Top Gun? And ER, was it? Something like that. And Clancy Brown, the great Clancy Brown. What else? Oh yeah, I have this as well. Now, I don't normally bother with modern films, but this is classed as a prequel, and it's Pet Sematary Bloodlines. And although it's not great, but I mean it's not too bad either. And there's a great cast in it. You have David Duchovny, Pam Grier, and the guy from or the kid from E.T., the little kid, Elliot. What's his name? Henry Thomas. So yeah, nice little cast. You should give it a watch. Oh yeah, I'd say I recommend it, even if it's just for shits and giggles, you know. Children of the Corn. Now, I think there's 4 films on this, but I'm sure it was only the original that was from King, wasn't it? Yeah, there's a couple trapped in I think it's a town or little village called Gatlin in Nevada, and they discover the town is controlled by this murderous cult of children. Again, another quality adaptation. Yeah, I can't pick any faults with it at all. Next up, we have The Great Creep Show, great comedy horror anthology from the minds of Stephen King and George A. Romero. And it's Creep Show 2 as well, although I think Creep Show 2, I don't think that was directed by Romero. But I think the screenplay was by him. I'm not sure, I'd have to check on that, but yeah, I think that's the case. Tales from the Dark Side. This featured an adaptation of one of King's stories, The Cat from Hell, if I'm not mistaken, so that's why I keep it in the Stephen King collection. Sleepwalkers, oh boy, this is a weird one. It's about an incestuous mother and son who are, I think they are the last of like a vampiric feline shape-shifting species. This film is out there, guys. It really is. But yeah, if you can look past the incestuous part, it's really good. It's quality. It's that guy from, what's his name? He played that angel in the Charmed TV series. I think he was also in, was it Return to the Blue Lagoon in the 80s? Or maybe that was possibly the 90s. I forget his name now. Does it say Brian Krause, that's it. Cat's Eye. Yeah, it's an anthology horror thriller featuring 3 interconnected stories linked by a travelling tabby cat. Now, I'd only watched this for the first time last year. Yeah, James Woods, Drew Barrymore. So yeah, lovely little cast, and it ain't too bad. Yeah, I recommend it. Next up, we have It. A phenomenal miniseries, one of my all-time favourites. It tells the story of a shape-shifting entity that terrorises a small town of Derry, preying on children. Now, I never saw it as a horror really as a kid. I always seen it as like an adventure film. You know, like Stand By Me, Monster Squad, Goonies, Explorers, that kind of thing. You know, just kids out on an adventure. There obviously is horror elements to it, but yeah, I just saw it as like a kid's adventure film when I was a young'un. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I'm sure I don't need to recommend this to anyone. I'm sure you've all seen it. Yeah, It. And I also have the is it a remake? Did they call it a remake? Yeah. I don't normally go for modern stuff, modern films, especially like remakes or stuff like this, but this is fantastic. And for me, I mean, it's right up there with the original. Both chapters, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, if you have not seen the remakes, yeah, give them a watch. The Running Man. Now, I suppose I should really keep this in my Arnie section and not in the King films. Although I know it's based on a King novel, but now the film, it differs a lot from the book. They took some artistic liberties with this one, let me tell you. Still, it's great, and I adore dystopian sci-fi action thrillers. I mean, this is peak 80s, and I love it. From the set design, costumes, even the dialogue, you name it, I love it. What say you? Come on, surely you love this film as well. Let me know in the comments if you're still watching. And last but by no means least, we have Christine. Now, I keep this at the end of the Stephen King collection, but only because that then leads on to the John Carpenter collection on the shelf. Yeah, great little film, supernatural horror, directed by John Carpenter. Yeah, it's basically about a bullied teen boy. He buys a wrecked car and restores it, not knowing that the car is it's malevolent and sentient. It's fantastic all round, great story, well directed. I mean, you've got to watch this if you haven't seen it. It's an absolute classic. So there you go, guys. If you've made it this far, God, I've now filmed for 32 minutes, so I know I'm going to have some editing to do, so hopefully I can get that down at least 10 minutes. But yeah, if you've made it this far, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.